You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, stay home because they shoot the three ball so well. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? This a lot. If Zach Edey, I mean, you double teaming him and he still had that fucking half 20 and 13. So with obviously the double team ain't working. So go one on one with the dude. Damn, Grand Canyon Youth. They hype.
Yeah, so we already going
giving them
live,
the
guys.
business,
We
T.
are live, man. We're going live. This is Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Bean, Stony Cook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe. This is Sunday, and we are coming to you guys live with Parlay with us, doing our thing. This is March Madness. We got upsets. We got some tournaments, best picks or best bets that my guys will probably throw down for you guys. So, yes, stay tuned. Listen out for those bets. Listen out for what they got. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give them one early.
That's all you, Crook.
The one I like is at 840.
So you're gonna have to give them whatever you gotta give them early.
We gotta give our final four picks. We never did that.
And we gotta give our final four picks. So this is it, man. So this is Sunday. We've been waiting all week for today. This is when we gather and we come together and we throw it down and we, get our minds together. We talk about what's going on or what happened during the week in sports, especially with March Madness. As y'all see in the title, we are talking March Madness this week, today. So with that being said, man, before we move forward, let me hit it.
God to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through, but don't break.
Yeah, man, like and subscribe, This is Parlay with us, man. It's Mr. Beans here. We got Stony Cook, Hustle Stacks, Sean Doe, bringing it to you guys live every week. Parlay with us, the live is Boston-based podcast with four hot brothers out here that's trying to bring y'all some stuff out here, man. We know everything. We be back and forth with the sports, soccer, basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Our minds be blown with it. We in it all the time. So, guys, what's going on this week, man? It's been a while. Chopping it up, all four of us together. What's going on?
It's been a wild week, man. It's been a great couple weeks for college basketball, man. Like them joints on Friday, Stony, them shits was crazy.
Yeah, they was, man.
It was, man. They lived up. Yo, and shout out to that game late last night, Creighton and Oregon. That was another great game.
Damn, man. I didn't finish that game, man, but I woke up to the wrong results, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was on that Oregon wagon, man.
Me too. That's when I just was.
Yo, that big man. That the big man from Creighton, Zagorowski, he was the last year. The big man from Creighton, what killed him was when he hit that three late. So that's what when he hit that three late, I was like, yo, Oregon. But shout out to that big man from Oregon. He finished with like 25 and 13 against him. And remember Creighton now. Creighton is one of the only teams that beat UConn this year.
Yeah, so I've seen that.
Right. Yeah, and that's who they said have a chance of beating UConn is Creighton. That's who they given a chance to, but that's gonna have to be what in the championship, right?
Yeah, that would be in the championship.
Yeah, that would be in the championship.
Yeah, but shout out to the winners today. We got Marquette. Yo, shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, shout out Marquette. Marquette played a good ball, some good.
Yo, that point guard from Marquette, he better than I thought he was. He's better than I thought he was. The way he controlled the pace and he picked his spots when he wanted to score. They was he left-handed, trying to force him right. He kept going left. He shot under control.
Yeah, they kept the game on.
Marquette beat Colorado State 81-77 today.
Colorado. Shout out to Colorado played well, man. I was actually found myself in the midst of kind of rooting for them a little bit, man. But
they was playing good, man.
They got a good squad, man. I like that Simpkins kid. They got him predicted to be a pro.
KJ Simpkins scored 20 points. He scored 20.
the Silver, he's a warrior.
Yeah, I think the Silver's tough too. I think they got a good all around team, Stone. I think they good at all. I think they go 7 deep and they all legit.
Marquette had a kid named Tyler Corlett who scored 21.
Yeah, I mean, and that was an efficient 21. That was the most efficient 21 I've ever seen. That 21 could have been 40. The way he scored that 21 is like every time they would make a run, he would score. Every time they'd make a run, he'll make the timely assist. Every time he make a, that kid is tough. I shout out to Tyler Cole, man. I apologize. You better not thought you was, brother.
Right. He did it. He was 10 for 14 on field goals. Stacks 10 for 14.
How many assists?
And shout out to the coach, man.
Let me see,
man, what he did with that program.
Total. 7. He has 7.8 assists, so almost 8 assists. He had
20 points and 8 assists from your PG. That's hard to lose a game when your point guards do that. But he did have 5 turnovers though. That was one thing he did have.
Okay. I don't see his turnover ratios right here, but yeah, that was his score. 15 points, 4.8 rebounds, 7.8 assists, and a field goal percentage of 48%, 48.8%. So yeah, the kid looked good, I guess. So what else? They got the Alabama is playing Grand Canyon right now. Go ahead, Doe. Sorry about that.
I actually bet on that game. I used my boy Crook's method. I bought down to actually 1.5. I think it ended up being 4, and I took the over.
On what game that is? The Marquette game?
Yeah,
the Marquette.
My soccer junkie ass got out of work and bet on the St. Kitts fucking friendly and lost all the money I made from the fucking from the. You know how that go, Crook, when you on a little burner. You're like, word. And I was like, wait a minute, friendlies. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out. That was a good game. Basically, what I'm saying is that's the only game I actually seen the last 2 days because I've been working. I told Stacks I ended up staying doing overtime. So
yeah, I watched some games on Friday.
I know you watched your Yale joint because you was texting.
I watched the Yale joint. That was a good one. I watched that Duke joint on Friday. That was good. When they pulled it out against Vermont, right?
I saw Vermont, man. Vermont played them close.
Yeah,
Vermont played them close up until. Yeah, I watched those.
Duke pulled away late. Yeah,
they pulled away late.
Don't let that people don't let that score fool you. That score was a little lopsided towards the end, but that game was close.
That was a close game in the beginning. So let's talk about upsets, guys. Let's give them the upsets real quick. What upsets went down, Stacks that blew your mind, or besides the
it's gotta be Oakland. It's gotta be. I got some shit, but with like these coaches, man, these press conferences, like Bill Self and Calipari, man, y'all gotta check yourself, man. Bill Self, now listen to this one. Bill Self, now this is Bill Self, 2-time national championship. He came to the podium and said he was actually looking forward to next year 2 months ago.
Wow.
What is that? What does that tell your players, bro?
That's crazy.
What does that tell your players? Now, what if you as a player
a recruit, right?
Yeah. But what if you as a player came out and said, yo, coach, we could have won this game. Coach's game plan was whack. We could have won this game. We should have did something a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, that would have been. They would have been chastised for even doing that.
That he said that, and then Calipari. I mean, Cal, I got love for Cal, but
something we had a conversation. He has to change it up because it's
you know what it starts. He's got to hire.
You're losing too early.
He's got to hire better assistants.
Yes, and they got to get back to what they was doing before. You know, tough nose defense and scoring and just experience, knowing how to play in certain situations when you're down. I mean, yeah, they was down, but they were there. They were there.
It wasn't like they was there the whole game.
And I just feel like
timely misses. And then shout out to the kid Reeves. That's the kid that wasn't a freshman that hit big shots. Reeves. transfer from Illinois State. I had a kid that went to Illinois State that actually played with him. He was a freshman. And the kid was a senior, but that he told me that the kid was good. But yo, that one in that Princeton one for me, that right there was just Princeton. Like I didn't see them beating Auburn. I really didn't.
Yeah. That one was that was a tough one. In Auburn, they was picked. Matter of fact, that was the team they felt that could beat Connecticut in that region. They felt like Auburn had that opportunity. They felt like they had the best chance to beat Connecticut in that region. And man, what happened to them, man?
What happened to them is my man. What's my man name being? My man Pulakitis.
Correction, they lost to Yale.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, with that being said, I mean, I know my question is the biggest upset was Oakland, Kentucky.
I agree with T. That's my biggest upset too. Oakland.
So what other major? I didn't get to watch a lot of these games this weekend.
But the Yale Auburn, I was an upset too. But
but Stoney, in that fact, when you get that draw with an Ivy League team, we always know that Ivy League team is going to play tough and it may be there at the end. So that was an upset, but not. We knew when you go into the March Madness and you see an Ivy League team like Yale, Princeton, or an Ivy League team, Cornell, and you see them matched up, you know what they're going to do. You know they're going to give you a go. You know what I'm saying? So that was an upset. Don't get me wrong,
but not as big as
upset.
Not on that same scale as Oakland.
Yeah, nobody.
That was a huge upset.
Shout out to my son. I called him a liar up and down. He sent me his bracket that he sent into the tournament thing, and he had Oakland. I don't know if he was that.
I'm not gonna cap, but me and Stacks had this conversation, and I'm not gonna front and take credit because I didn't go to the window on it 1 and 2. I didn't put it on any of my brackets, but me and Stacks and one of my boys, my boy Bragg, he's from the hood too, but he live in Atlanta. He's involved with coaching like Stacks was. We were talking about the Blue Bloods. Duke proved me wrong, obviously, but we were talking about Kentucky not getting upset. Now, did I call Oakland? No. But it wasn't like I was like surprised because like Kentucky, Kansas, those blue blood schools, excuse my language, excuse my French. It's not like it was before. You know what I'm saying? For me, obviously, UConn's doing what they're doing. I'm not taking anything away from them. They look like a boat. But I had that conversation with Stacks. And that being said, though, I didn't pick them to lose against Oakland, but I wasn't like shocked. Like I don't know if that makes sense.
I was shocked they lost to Oakland.
I was shocked they lost to Oakland.
Not only that, I was shocked that I was shocked the way they lost.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
exactly like there was no. No, there was no heart. There was no coaching. What happened to the halftime adjustments?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with that?
Oakland did. It was sitting in a 2-3 zone the whole damn game.
And then dude was shooting the ball, man. Dude, he said it. He said when he gets out of college, he's gonna be sitting in some office talking about how a good game he had against Kentucky because he knows he ain't going to the league. But
20, Stoney, he shot 23s. 20.
Wow.
23s.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem. And I knew they were letting them get loose too much, man. That's why I'm like, where's the coaching?
And shout out to NC State. NC State didn't let him shoot that shit like that. Now he hit some. He did hit some, but he didn't fucking have
not like that.
Not like that. And then the scouting report, like for everybody that knows college basketball and the pros, when you go into a game, there's a team that scouts the opposite team's best players, and they give you a sheet with the scouting report on the players when you're going into that game to try to put that in your mind. What guy likes to shoot threes? What guy likes the mid-range? What guy passes and don't shoot? That paper comes out. That dude shot 2 twos all year. So you know he
right.
just wants to shoot threes. That's crazy that you allow him. Calipari, man, I'm embarrassed for you, dog.
Yeah, man, and there's a lot, and there's been a lot of talk over there, man. They want his head, man. They want his head. I mean, now they paying attention to him now. Now it's more about, okay, what's going on, because the last couple of years they've been losing to these low seed teams, man. You know, these low seed teams in the tournament. The last 3 or 4 years they've been coming up short, losing early, too early. They lost a couple of years ago. It was in the first round, I believe, maybe in the second round. They had an upset.
And
a couple years ago,
y'all talking about Kentucky?
St. Peter's, Stoney. When they
St. Peter's, there you go. Yeah, the St. Peter's. That was 15.
And you guys, y'all, this is Kentucky. Y'all talking about Calipari?
Kentucky, man.
Listen,
they've been doing too much.
This is my take on Kentucky, and the reason why you guys saying they keep. So y'all thing is Kentucky keeps losing basically in the first round.
Yes.
Yeah.
They losing too early.
This is my take on
not only losing in the first round, losing to people they should not lose to.
They should exactly. And this the way they've been playing too. I mean, more than I'm looking past the teams that they lose. It's the way they've been playing, man. Like, what's going on here?
But think about this. This is my take on why they probably don't advance to that round or that elite, the 8 or the 16, every whatever. This is why they probably lose all the time. Kentucky, for some reason, from far as I can remember, is for collegiate athletes, especially those high talented guys, those guys that are supposed to be valued guys on recruits, value recruits. They are one and done. So if they're one and done, how can you build some kind of camaraderie of a team that has some kind of cohesiveness to say that we played 3-4 years together and let's go get that championship? With that mantra of one and done, definitely, you are losing.
And you know what?
You're losing top tier guys every year. You're losing.
You know what? They said a couple of years ago they tried to go veteran. Stacks might be able to, as far as college goes, they tried to get older players a couple of years ago and they still lost. They tried to switch up that.
So that's what no. Stacks could jump in and tell me where if what I'm saying is a little bit on or off point, but I feel as though Kentucky's one of them teams that, and Duke right now, North Carolina, is those teams that those guys that are high recruits only go for 1 year.
Yeah.
And it's league.
Well, Duke is better coach though. You could tell they got a better system over there.
They got a better staff. Yeah, I feel like they got a better staff.
I'll go. Yeah, they got a better staff. I wouldn't say a better head coach. I think they got.
The better overall staff.
There's two schools. If I had a son that had to play basketball, there's 2 schools on my list that I would want them to play. And that's Duke, number 1, Michigan State, number 2.
And I would throw Connecticut in there now.
Michigan State, yeah.
You could throw Connecticut in there, but as far as the discipline, the toughness,
the system, and
the focus, you gotta love Larry Izzo and those people over there at Duke.
So that's what I'm saying. Do y'all think that's the reason why Kentucky can't build a championship team? They just don't have.
That's a good point.
I think it's part of it. I don't think
there's more money going around.
Look, it's part of it. It's not.
It's part of it.
Let me tell you, what Stacks was talking about earlier. I think the coaching, they need to make adjustments there, because you got these young guys. Yeah, they're young. So there's a lot of other schools that got young guys as well, and they playing hard. They playing focused. I don't think that should be an excuse, even though.
But those smaller schools, though, Stoney, those smaller schools, those guys be on there for a few years.
I understand that, but you got to get your players ready. They're more athletic. I mean, they've been playing good ball in the regular season, so I don't know why they should switch up what they're doing now.
Yeah. What's the team that you guys are saying is a sleeper team and they still there? Duquesne?
No, Duquesne's gone.
Not Duquesne. What's that team with it starts with a D?
Dayton? No, Dayton's gone too.
SQ or something?
Yeah, Duquesne, but they gone.
They gone when they went.
They lost yesterday.
Right now, the team, but they're not a sleeper right now because they're on fire. Is NC State? They won like 7, 8, 9, whatever in a row. And
The sleeper team I'm paying attention to is Texas A&M.
In Oakland, damn.
And we watched. Oh yes, Stacks. That was the game we watched. Texas A&M on Friday night.
Them boys, they doing some things over there.
Shout out to Coach Buzz Williams. Coach Buzz does a great job. He was at Virginia Tech, and he used to have them winning all the time too. And then he got the job at Texas A&M. Buzz does a great job. Buzz, that game tonight is going to be a football game. That game tonight is.
Which one's that against?
A&M in Houston.
Texas and Houston.
Yeah.
Texas A&M Houston.
That's my best bet, man.
That's gonna be a football game. Both teams hit the glass hard. I think they both like 1 and 2 rebounding in the country, and they just both got great guard play. I mean,
what's that guard from A&M?
Yeah, that kid is tough, man.
That kid's tough, man.
Yeah, he's tough, and they also got some wings over there. Like I said, Buzz Williams does a great job. He was at Virginia Tech. He recruited there, did great there. Now he got the job at Texas A&M. And now he's got them winning. So shout out to Buzz, man. Buzz does a great job. And to beat Buzz Williams' team, Buzz gonna beat you up. He ain't gonna play with you. He's gonna come in there and he gonna like the Heat. He gonna muck the game up, and that's what it's gonna be, man. So I'm looking forward to that game tonight. I really am.
Yo,
nice.
and Marquette too, man. Don't sleep on them, man. That's another great coach over there. You know, Shaka Smart.
Yeah, shout out to
what
Shaka.
He did with VCU over there in 2011. He brought them to the Final Four with that tough, tenacious defense, the press, the half-court press. Getting teams out their rhythm. He's doing a great job over there too. So you got that's in terms of coaches, that's another team to look out for as well.
I like him.
Yeah, he did a good job at Texas too, but he wasn't. You know how Texas is. That's that good old boy shit. But they ran him out of there. He lost. He lost in the NCAA's. Maybe he lost by a half-court buzzer beater when he was at Texas, and then he lost like on 2 free throws. So he was a couple of steps away from taking Texas deep into the tournament.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's a great coach, and he gets a lot out of his players. He has great relationships with his players, and they love playing for him. And that's another thing about being a great coach, man. Just being able to reach these players, man, get into their highest focus, being able to reach them in that level. And he's good doing that.
He is.
He's good doing that, man. But that's a team to look out for. It's gonna get good, man. I mean, I'm already peeking at next week's games, man. And let me tell you, man, one game next week, that Creighton, Tennessee, woo-wee.
Yeah, I'm with you, Stoney, on that one.
That's gonna be crazy.
Game right there, yeah.
That's gonna be crazy. And then you got Gonzaga and Purdue. Oh man.
Shout out, let me say, Mark Few.
So I was taking a look at the brackets today.
Mark Few, Gonzaga, I apologize to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I apologize too.
Me too.
I apologize because they playing some good ball, man.
Yeah, you gotta apologize. They are, man. They beat the dog shit out of McNeese State and turned around and beat the dog shit out of Kansas. And then they
play around with them dudes. And Kansas was playing, man, but Gonzaga they turned it. They took it to that next level.
Yeah, a little bit too much. Yo, they shooting the hell out the ball from 3.
Yeah, they shooting the 3 well. They shooting the 3 well, and they getting back in transition too. Like you're not getting easy baskets against them.
Sometimes
that's another thing about the great teams that get back, on those transition plays and make sure they don't get those easy too. So yeah, that's another team to look out for. But I like Marquette, A&M as far as those sleeper teams. Next week's gonna be crazy.
So let's talk about next week's schedule. Do we have the tournament schedule for next week?
A little bit. We don't have everything because
it's really done till tonight.
Yeah, there's still some more games to finish.
We got like 3 games left, fellas.
I think it's like 2 to
3 games. 3. There's 3 games left.
Yale could possibly beat San Diego State. They could possibly beat them.
Possibly, but I'm taking San Diego State tonight. I'm taking them, man. But my best play tonight is A&M +9. They giving A&M 9 points.
So
I gotta hop on that.
Give
I
the
gotta hop
people
on that.
give the people on Parlay with us, man. Give them that bet, man. You have
Yeah,
you just
Texas
snuck
A&M.
that in there, so you gotta let the
Well,
people know they're
it's
waiting
getting
for
tight,
that,
man. It's the game's at 8:40, 7:55, man. I know a lot of people are gonna be scrambling,
you
man, to
better
get to the
let them
window.
know, man.
Some people are gonna be scrambling to the ATM. I mean, I got to give them some time, man. It's gonna take them about 40, 45 minutes. They probably right now telling their wifey, like, yo, I gotta step out real quick, and they robe and shit, going, go to the ATM and be like that. Yo, sometimes you don't care what you got on, man. You try and make that play, man. You try and get to that window before it closes. Trust me, I've done that before, man.
Or you just get like a $1 million front like Otani, he could just wire you your betting money. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, they got other issues, man. Those boys over there. I don't think I want to be around them, but yeah, but A&M, man, A&M +9, man. They giving them 9 points, man. I think A&M is gonna play a good game. I think they're gonna stay within that number, man. They definitely gonna stay within that number. So that's what I'm playing heavy tonight. I'm taking A&M +9.
Sounds good.
Against Houston. You might see 8.5 because people are hitting at 9. So if you see 8.5, just buy the half a point. You'll be all right still. You'll still get a good return. We hit. So don't be afraid to buy that half a point and bring it to 9. 9's that number. That's the right number. I like that number, and that's what I'm playing tonight.
Thanks for giving people that bet, man. That sounds like
A&M
I like the way
+9,
A&M playing. I watched them on Friday night, so I can say, that's something interesting. A&M +9, you say?
+9.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Nebraska jumped out on them too.
Sure enough, they sure enough did jump
and
out.
I like teams like that get behind and just stay in it and just fight. And they won by a good amount. You wouldn't think they would win by that much.
That guard, he can splash, man. He's good.
Yeah, he is.
God, yeah, the guard play. I forget the kid's name, man. I just watched him taking some jumpers. Yo, he was and pulling up too. Not no just set 3-pointers like
on A&M. You talking about Taylor? You got Wade Taylor.
Yeah, that's
Wade
him.
Taylor. He's their guy on that team. And then you got Radford too.
It was Wade.
They go about 8 deep. They go a good 8 deep.
Nice.
They go about a good day. They go about 8 deep. Cause yeah, Tyrese Radford, Wade Taylor, and then the other kid, Jace Carter played well too. He's pretty good. Yeah, he's a wing, but he played pretty good.
Yeah, that team looked good the other day, man. So, but Houston, I know Houston's a top seeded team, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Houston, they about they shit too. I mean, don't sleep on them. They about their business.
That's what I'm saying. I know they're top.
They push their agenda, man. Those guys, they shoot the ball well, and they fast.
Yeah,
so you definitely got to get in front of those guys.
Yeah,
and again, you got to slow them down too. You got to slow them down. You can't play basket for basket with Houston, man. You gotta kind of pace it down a little bit, and hope they hit a little slump, and then you get up by 4 or 5, and just keep that pressure on them.
Right.
I don't know if Houston's a good team that plays from behind well. I don't know if they're. I haven't did my homework on them on terms of that. But that's just a team you don't want to be going basket for basket with. I'll tell you that.
Shout out to this one team. Nobody ever talks about them. And I actually sat down and watched them play last week. There was one team I didn't watch. Iowa State is Stoney. They dangerous, bro.
They dangerous.
like Iowa State. They
dangerous.
Yeah, they dangerous, dog. That's one team I wouldn't want to play. Like, they dangerous.
Look who they playing next week. A team that I picked to win it all in one of my brackets. That's Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois with their great guard play, but Iowa State, they like to slow it down. That's another team that likes to slow it down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa State won that game. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I think Illinois, I don't know. I think they rely too much on the 3. I don't know in terms of, you know, setting up plays where, you know, they trying to go to the basket and kind of bring the game back to them. I think, you know, if they losing control of the game, you know, that's a team that like to shoot their way out of those slumps, which I don't like teams like that too much in the tournament. I like teams that knows how to, you know, drive to the basket, you know, try to get that foul, try to, you know, slow it down a little bit, get some free throws, anything where you're not trying to shoot your way out of a slump. But Iowa State, they pride themselves on the defense, man. Them guys play great defense. They pressure a lot. So Illinois, they're gonna have to really be careful with that team.
They shoot the hell out of the 3-ball too.
So a quick little update, man. Clemson is leading Baylor 61-51 right now. Am I right, Stacks? I don't know if you have real time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They're up by 10.
They're up by 10. Listen, Grand Canyon is hanging in there with Alabama, y'all. 24-20 Alabama.
Well, this is another example of what I'm talking about. A team that it may look like they're going basket for basket, but they're not. They really playing Bama tough, man. They really hitting them boys. They hitting them boys a little bit. I think one of the guys from Bama got hurt.
Bama don't play no D, so it's gonna be it's possibly to stay around with them. They ain't known for their defense. They got a top 100, top 10 player in the CS kid. He's pretty good, but they don't play no D. But you know, basketball is a second half sport, so it's all about, you know,
you're right.
Those adjustments.
Yeah, you feel it, and in that first half, you like feeling each other out. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Trying to see, how you gonna run your stuff.
That's
whatever.
how I felt. That's how I felt in that Virginia. That's how I felt in that Vermont game against Duke. Vermont, like you said, Stacks, and we spoke to each other like they were like right there hanging. Even in the first half, at the end of the first half, they were still down by what? What was it, like 4 points or something like that?
They was in that game the whole game.
They was in that game.
Let me tell you, the Sweet 16, I think, is going to really determine who's who.
So you know what? I kind of like,
what I
like about the tournament, and this is the most I've, to tell you the truth, in a long time, guys. And it's because of you guys and because what we got going on here in this channel. This was my first time really putting in some time in this tournament, and I haven't even got to watch a lot of the games. I'm glad that you guys chime in on our group text like, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, because you know what, then it makes me jump on my phone, or when I get home I jump on the TV and I turn it on. Stacks, no, I'll be calling him like, yo, who what's the name of that what's the name of that station that be running all of it?
TNT, True TV.
Yeah, TNT,
True TV,
TBS,
the True TV thing.
TBS.
Yeah, the True TV thing. So I was like, I didn't even know that True TV. So next thing you know, I'm watching games on True TV. So, you know, that was, what's that? What you got? Another IPA. That looks different there.
This
Time out.
Northwest.
Time out. Northwest. Connecticut on a run.
Time
out. Northwest.
I mean, when is that? When is that a question? Yo, but teams like that, they could run into a wall, man.
I like to hear the underdog teams even make a sweat out of these powerhouse teams.
Gonna be hard to beat.
I didn't touch that UConn Northwestern game.
They're playing in their backyard all the way to the Final Four. They're in Brooklyn right now, and they're gonna be
at the Garden.
Yeah,
they're gonna be at the Garden next week.
Yo, them UConn fans gonna be there thick at the Garden. Yeah,
yo, the Garden's gonna be UConn. Right. Yeah, half of Boston, Massachusetts, probably UConn fans, man.
And not only that, you gotta think
about it.
You gotta think about that too, though. They Big East, so you're gonna get a lot of them Big East people that just want to root for the Big East.
That's what I'm saying. Them Big East heads.
The lowest ticket is $230 right now to get in.
I know you were saying that.
Yeah, you was telling me that.
You know why them tickets that? Be careful because you can watch all. I think if you get one ticket, you can stay for all those games. I think.
I'll go on the Game Time app. Game Time app is like the best thing they invented, man. Like that app, man. You could get last minute tickets for great prices. That's why I don't even jump on them tickets like that. I just get on the Game Time app.
Yo, hold up, time out. Can you say that again? That was just like a commercial for what? Say that
Game
again.
Time app, man.
You
They
just
come
said
through.
that like the way you just said that. It was like a commercial.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Like,
dang. I mean, you know, that was a natural
when you rewind the show,
feeling about that.
rewind the show. I remember at 34 minutes and 40 seconds, you're gonna hear yourself give Game Time app a friggin' a drop. You just gave them a drop real quick there, bro.
Yo, shout out to Game Time app, man. They
Bro,
come
I like
through,
that.
man.
See,
Shout out
they
to them,
gotta
man.
see this, yo. They gotta see
Last minute.
This. Yeah.
Last minute, you get those last minute prices,
Shout out
and
to Game Time,
you'll
man.
get in there. You'll be in there, man. Watching
See, that's
the
what I'm
game.
talking about. We need these partnerships. We need these affiliations, man. So hit us up, Game Time app, man. We plugging you guys out here on our live. You know what I mean? So shout out to Game Time app. Word.
No doubt.
So yeah, guys, like people out there, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Almost forgot to plug in what am I supposed to be plugging in multiple times during this show. Thanks. This is Parlay with us. Thanks for coming through and watching us on our live. This is Sunday Night Live. We do this every week, all the time. We are talking March Madness. We are talking about the tournament. We're gonna Stoney already give you a pick for tonight, and that was
That's 9. Texas A&M. Texas A&M +9.
Texas A&M +9, man. Guys, if you guys are listening, man, and you on this live, Facebook, YouTube, X.
I got an NBA pick for y'all later.
And then Doe, I was waiting to come up to Doe. I was just waiting to get past some of this NCAA basketball so we could segue on and move on to the NBA. I know the NBA is still cooking, and I know Stacks and
I'm watching
Stoney
Milwaukee,
probably still
Oklahoma
got
City
some
right
stuff
now.
on that.
That's just,
you know, I know it's cooking. So the Celtics are rolling. They beat up on Detroit. Let's segue into we can get back. I know Stoney Stacks wanted us to give you guys our final four, and which we should tonight before next week Sunday's game.
We got to give them that final four.
So we got to give y'all that final four. Y'all can pick y'all final four. I haven't even really looked at the bracket, but I'll take a quick look and give y'all my final four. UConn's on one of those lists. On the top of the list of my final four. So that's one for me right there. But with that being said, yo, Sean, tell us what's going on in the world of basketball, Sean and Stacks. Let us go, man. I'm kind of like, all I know is Celtics 8 in a row beat up on.
I gotta real quick.
9 in a row.
9 in a row. 9 in a row.
I gotta give a shot, and he gets love on this show, so we ain't doing anything where. We ain't doing anything out of the ordinary, but shout out to E-Man and Doga Houston on the cusp. Now, I looked at the next few games, and I think Golden State's up right now a couple of points on Minnesota, but they're really chasing Golden State. Golden State's the closest to Houston. I think Houston's won 8. I could be wrong. I think it's 8.
8 in a row. 8 in a row for Houston.
Yeah, man, and bro, they're balling.
That crept up on me. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so man, they're like they're almost in the play-in, man.
Did you say Houston 8 in a row?
8 in a row, bro. And they're balling. He got them boys fighting, like literally fighting on the court, fighting for every possession. I've been messing with my March Madness, but you know I'm NBA all day, man. So it's just amazing how when he gets his love here. So we all love him on this show. You know what I'm saying?
I like emails.
You know, we love Joe too. We love Joe too. Joe's in our hearts, but Ime, the way he got them playing.
He's a great coach, man. He's a great coach, man.
I don't know if they're gonna get it because the schedule. I don't know the strength. I ain't gonna front. Probably by the next week's show we'll know more. But they're right on the cusp right there. And yeah, but the Celtics, man, we really didn't get to speak on them. Like, you know, we spoke on them, but right now they're basically, like we said last week, Stoney and Stacks, and all of us, how they're going to manage the team. I think we all predicted the way they're managing it now. I've been watching the Celtics just like y'all. I've never seen Pritchard play like this, man. Like, I don't know. And he's playing first team guys. It ain't like he's playing like.
Yo, shout out to Pritchard.
Hold on. Not to cut you off. Beans, put the camera on yourself when you say Pritchard. Be apologizing.
Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Time out. You know what? Enough respect, dude. I watched the game the other day, and I swear, what game was that they were playing? Man? Was it There you go. It was Milwaukee. Yo, Peyton Pritchard, man. Shout out to you, man. You are ball. Yo, you showing grit,
bro.
grind. He's now, to me, you're right, Stacks. Pritchard looks like an NBA guard. There you go.
And you know what? You know what's crazy? I told
Enough
Stacks
respect,
today.
man.
I don't know if Crook and Beans, you know. I'm not sure if it's the exact same injury, but Drew Holiday had that dead arm injury, and they're saying that he's trending on his obviously, but that's one of those injuries that's tricky, man. Like that's like kind of not the same exact thing Brogdon had last year, but remember how that crept up in the playoffs last year when Brogdon had that elbow joint? You know, so my point is like I hope, as much as I love how Pritch is playing, you know, I hope Drew is speedy recovery, man. But we need that energy off the bench. We need that spark, man, when we can't. And I hope JT and JB in the playoffs. And I know JT's been a better playmaker this year than he was, and JB than he was last year. Like, to trust their teammates more, man. You know what I mean? Trust the Houses. I know Houses hot right now too. He goes in and out though. That's the thing about him. He scares me because he's hot as a pistol right now, but he goes in and out with that. You know what I'm saying? But I think if we play the way we're playing, and I like the fact that they're getting these minutes off the bench. I like Tillman off the bench. Actually, I always knew he could play, but I was like a little bit surprised. I didn't know he had that little three shots. That yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Celtics, man. They ending the season how I like how they're managing their players. I like what Joe's doing. Joe just seems like he's getting more comfortable, more time, more and more each. He still does some shit I kind of get a little upset about, but at the end of the day, I'm just like that because I get upset about anything that with my team I feel like, you know, could play better. But he's calling it out, actually. You know, I like that. He's always been like that, but now even more, he's like taking accountability for certain things. If you guys remember last year, even the beginning of this year, he wasn't really like, oh, yeah, we're doing it this way. Now it's like, nah, we have to improve on this. Keep trucking. I just want Tatum though, and I'll end on this for me. I just want Tatum. If he don't have it rocking, get the end of the game shots, get better shots, trust your teammates more. Jordan did it, LeBron did it. I'm not comparing him to them. I'm just saying in those playoff games, Paxson and all these other guys that came up big when you don't have to take a fall away, fade away, crazy shot at the end of these games, bro. Like you got a great team. You got a lot of great players. You got Porzingis, you got JB, you got Derek White, who's a big shot guy. And just I love what they're doing. I'm not saying this in a negative way. I just want them not to just key on take like he got to take the alpha, take the shot. That's all I have to say.
What I'm worried about with the Celtics is how they play when the game is tight.
Yeah, the rock fight shit. Yep.
When it's a 2-3 point game.
Rock fight. Yeah,
I'm scared that they're gonna be a team that either we're blowing you out, or if we're tight, we may lose the game.
Yeah,
they got to show me that they could come up with clutch baskets. There's been a lot of games that they lost this year where they just couldn't make those clutch baskets, man. You know, and that's the only thing I'm worrying about them. They only know how to win when they blow a team out.
And Crook, not even just clutch, but just take care of the ball better too in the clutch. That's another thing we got to talk about.
Yes, well, that's always been an issue with them. I think.
My bad for cutting you like that, but
not to cut you guys either. We had the issue with that ball handling situation since last year. Is that still an issue, guys? In the clutch,
it's better this year, but
they just
in
not
the clutch.
The clutch, they're not getting the good shots, man. They're not getting the good shots. I mean, we lost a couple of games.
And that can be Stacks. Couldn't that carry over to be a problem in the playoffs? Deep in the playoffs?
That Pacers game was ugly. We lost to the Pacers a couple of games ago, man. We was beating up on them dudes, man. They came back. No, Cleveland, my bad. It was Cleveland. Without this dude,
Porzingis.
No, but Cleveland didn't have this guy. The main guy,
Donovan Mitchell, but
Donovan Mitchell.
Don't let that fool you. Sometimes teams play better without their main guy.
Yeah, I know. But the fact of the matter is, they was beating up on them the whole game.
Yeah,
they
should have made adjustments on that dude. Wait, they didn't make no adjustments.
It's like they just couldn't. Like, they end up losing by 1, and it's like they just couldn't make those key baskets, those key plays. And I'm just nervous that they become a team where they either blow you out or we may lose. I need them to show clutch games, clutch baskets, because it's gonna be like that in the playoffs. You ain't gonna be smoking teams like that in the playoffs.
But are they cruising? Are they cruising to the playoffs right now, guys?
Yeah, they cruising.
Schedule wise.
They got games.
They cruising.
They got the toughest game I see on there is the Pelicans right now. But yeah, they cruising.
You said the toughest game is the Pelicans?
Yeah, that's the toughest game. Pelicans playing real good right now.
They're playing good right now?
Damn good.
Is that boy healthy? That boy's healthy.
No, Ingram got hurt, but
no, not Ingram.
He's playing. He had 36, 6, and 5 today. Yeah, he's balling.
He lost 20 pounds, Stacks?
20 pounds.
Yeah. He lost weight.
He is balling right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, behind Anthony Edwards and I say Anthony Edwards, Shea, the usual suspects, but that second tier that they don't talk about enough, he's right there.
Wow, so Zion is really starting to come
on right now.
He's starting to and maybe remember we said this starting the beginning of the year, the basketball season. We said that the problem with Zion could be weight.
Yeah, it was.
And he knows
as far as health, he's staying healthy.
He's giving you 25 crazy minutes, and by the time that 25 to 32 minutes, he was huffing and puffing like he did in Boston. If you remember, he had them in that game the whole game until he lost. He burnt the steam out. So the games I've been watching, because I've been on the stat combos, he hit a couple of times for me. Thank you, Zion. He's been playing. He's been finishing strong. So
Pelicans
that's the way he
good
lost.
ball, man. They
that's
playing
nice
ball,
to hear. I always
Baylor done made a damn run on Clemson, man. You see that shit?
Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
You're down. Be down fucking 2 points right here.
Oh shit!
With a minute left. Clemson was winning this game by 15 the whole second half.
Oh wow, look at that, man.
Itself is a second half
66-64 Clemson. Baylor
just turned the ball over.
Wow.
You said it yourself, Crew. That second half joint.
Second half. But you know what? I'm learning a lot. I mean, I'm glad I'm glad we convene here on our Sunday night shows and we get to talk and stuff. I learned a lot about this college basketball from you guys, man. These scores, man. Except for some of these teams that I've seen some of the highlights. Purdue blew somebody out today, right? Blew out
Utah State
106 or 107 to whatever it was. But these tight scores, you're right, though, Stoney. You said it, man. When it gets to this and then the foul situation gets into play, that's when it gets.
Listen, that's why I'm not going. I've seen teams come back down 10 with like 59 seconds left. That's college.
Yeah. Yale did that against Brown. Remember that?
I seen 59 seconds. You up 10 and what? That what it
comes down to? Five-day game on Friday over foul shots.
The free throw shooting, man. Yeah. Look, Baylor just missed the free throw.
You said it, Tony. You said it.
I took out our little blueprint. When I went to the window for Marquette, I brought it down to 1.5 because I guess it wasn't 5. And I was like, and my coworker, my boy, he got him for 147 over. Yeah, so for college, that's what I do know. With that going forward, if this spreads like 6 or 7, I'm buying it down.
And UConn, I mean, Northwestern can't score, but it looked like UConn ain't scoring either.
Nah, UConn always does that. UConn a second half team for sure. Like they always do this.
Yeah, I believe that. I could believe that.
What was the original spread on
that do look tight though, Stoney. 18-6. That looks very tight right now.
What was the spread on that?
Don't sleep on Northwestern.
I'm sleeping on them bitches. I'm snoring.
He said I'm sleeping on them bitches.
Yo, don't sleep, man. They shoot a 3, man. They'll be down what? 7?
Nah, man, Connecticut played two. Connecticut two.
Nah, I mean
Listen,
they know better.
Listen, they might pull away, but don't sleep on Grand Canyon. They only down by it's only down by 8
No,
points.
they Grand Canyon's gonna keep it tight, man. They Grand Canyon, the way they've been playing, I'm encouraged by they play. You know, they may not win it, but they definitely gonna play these dudes tight. Bama's playing some good ball. I'm telling you, the next round of Sweet 16 is gonna really show you who's about their business, because a lot of these teams are gonna get tested next week. Like enough with the the joyriding, and it's gonna get serious next week, because I already see matchups developing, and it's gonna be serious next week, man.
Okay, so I got some questions. So I got some questions for you guys, so we could kind of like segue into some NBA real quick, and then we could get back to the score on because we do have some live games going on here before we end our lives. End our live.
Free throws win games, baby. Clemson hit their free throws and Baylor didn't.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah, they could have tied it, Baylor.
Now they up by 4 points, right? With 19 seconds, right? Oh, the game's done.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm on the ESPN app. I don't know if I'm trying to be
Clemson hit their free throws and Baylor didn't. So that's why that game went the way it did.
Right. So, guys, real quick, I know we only got another 10 minutes or so before this live is done, but before we X out, quick question for you guys. I know we're getting closer and closer to maybe playoffs. We're about maybe a month and a half away, right? About a month away.
April.
Right? So with that being said, what do y'all see? What is the matchups in the East and the West? And obviously the Boston Celtics is coming out of the East. I think that I'm not even asking that question. But my question is, what is the conference championship? Just a quick little foreseeing, just to think up front, which y'all think y'all gonna see on the East. What are the 4 teams in the East are competing for the conference finals? And what are the 4 teams that's going to be competing in the West for the conference finals? And that's based on individual question. I'm not talking about in a whole. Who do you think, Crook? Who do you think, Stacks? And who do you think, Doe, is coming out of the East? The top 4 in the East, the top 4 in the West. That's my question on the NBA right now.
I'll start it. Look, I'm gonna start in the West, because there's some teams that I like in the West that they're gonna bring some noise. And the team that I'm looking at is the Clippers. I know they've been, back and forth. They've been, kind of like inconsistent with their play, but man, the Clippers, man, those guys, man, when it's showtime, I think they're gonna show up. Those guys are gonna show up. My favorite team, the Thunder. I think they're gonna do some things. The only thing I worry about is how young they are, but I feel like they got some somewhat veterans that have been doing their thing for a while, so I don't think that'll be a problem. But I like the Thunder, the Nuggets, Clippers, and I'm gonna take the Pelicans. I'm moving the Pelicans past the Timberwolves, because I think the Timberwolves, they tend to, I don't know what it is with them, man. They get a little sloppy at times, and I think it might bite them in the ass in the playoffs. But I like the Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers, and Pelicans in the West. And I like the Clippers to come out the West.
Woo-wee. Taking that to the window?
Let them go. Let them go, Stacks. Let them go. Let them go, Stacks. Let them go. Let me hear that East. That's what I said. Everybody's gonna have their turn to tell me they what they got coming out. So go ahead, Tony. Let me hear the East.
The East is gonna be the Celtics, the Knicks, the Pacers, and the Bucks. And I'm not too, I'm not too confident with the Bucks, man, but I like the Knicks. If they get healthy, watch out for that squad, man. They're gonna bring it. And the Pacers, man, they got a great guard, man, that brings out the best in all his teammates, all his players. Cleveland, I don't know, man. They got potential, man. I see a team that got a lot of potential, man. They got a healthy Donovan Mitchell. If he stays healthy, stays focused, Cleveland, I think the team that's going to give the Celtics the run is going to be the Knicks. I think the Knicks, they're like the Heat. They got the same kind of characteristics, man. They play tough defense. They don't care how much they down. They playing. Those dudes play to the end, and that's why I'm nervous about the Celtics. Look, they was up 20-some points the other day, and they end up winning by 2. And I get nervous when I see things like that. I know it's the regular season, but it's like the Knicks is that type of team. The Heat's that type of team. They do not stop. They do not stop. And I feel like we stop when we get too. We start leading by so much. I think we stop, and then next thing you know, we're fighting to win the game. So I think the Knicks is going to give us a run for their money, but I like the Celtics, Clippers, NBA Finals. Celtics winning in 6.
Nice, thank you. Okay, Stacks, your rebuttal. What is your 4 out the West and 4 out the East from your perspective? I don't care about the standings right now. I don't care about none of that. I need your perspective as a fan and a former athlete and coach. Go ahead, tell me.
I'm going with Denver all day. I just don't think nobody in the West has nothing for Denver. Be honest with you. In a 7-game series, I just don't see nobody beating them in 7. And number 2, I'm gonna go with the Thunder. I'm gonna go with the Thunder, and then I'm gonna go with the Thunder. I just like the way they play. Like Stoney said, the only thing that scares me is that they're young. Number 3, if the Timberwolves get Cat Towns back, listen, I gotta go there. I'm sorry. The way Ant Edwards is playing, I wouldn't want to play him in a 7-game series. That's just me. I just think he can carry a team 7 games. I just really think he can. I think he can carry a game. Carry a team. That dude is, maybe top 2, 3 in the league right now. Maybe 1. Maybe. And and then I'm gonna go with the Pelicans. Clippers ain't playing well stretch. They playing like dog shit, if you ask me. And I ain't
you're schooling me. Yeah, I'm getting schooled right now. Keep going, but I'm getting schooled right now because the Pelicans, they hear that the Pelicans is part of your top 4 is very intriguing to me. But go ahead, keep going.
And out the East, I'm gonna go I'm gonna do the same thing. Celtics, of course. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Number 3, I need health. I'm gonna go with Cleveland. If Donovan's there, I'm going that. And number 4, y'all might not like it, but until somebody proves me wrong, the goddamn Miami Heat. I'm telling you right now.
I don't.
I was going to ask that question, but I didn't want to ask it.
There's nobody in the
East. Why is Miami being left out?
Right now?
Go ahead.
There's nobody in the East that wants to see, besides the Celtics, and maybe not even the Celtics, that wants to see them on that playoff line. I'm telling you right now, there's something about the Heat in the playoffs. Pat Riley,
True. Jimmy Butler, man. Listen, I love that. I would start a team with that guy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. There's something about them.
I like Butler, man. Warrior.
In the playoffs, not regular season. We saying playoffs.
Yep.
Pacers gotta play some damn D for me. In the playoffs, you gotta play a little bit of D. Just a little bit.
Yes.
You gotta play a little bit. And
play some D.
Halliburton's gonna come back down to earth a little bit. He's gonna come back down to earth.
Just like Cook gave us, so Doe could drop his knowledge. What is your NBA Finals East-West? Since you gave us your East-West 4, who's coming out? You said Celtics out the East, so you're basically saying Denver Celtics championship.
That's me. This Denver Celtics for me all day. That's a collision. I just need to hear from you. That's a collision course.
Okay, go ahead, Doe. Doe, is your turn on the mic. Tell me your top 4 coming out the East. Obviously, you're a Boston Celtics fan with the nice Reggie Lewis memorabilia in the background. So I would think that you'll be picking Celtics. Celtics is the number 1 team in the league. So with the Celtics in the East, who are your other top 3 to be competing for the conference finals against the Celtics? And who is your top 4 and who will be the Western Conference final champ in your eyes and your, from your perspective? There you go, Doe.
I like Boston. I still like Milwaukee at 2, even though I don't like Doc Rivers. I got New York at 3. I got Cleveland at 4 if Mitchell comes back. If Mitchell comes back, I actually got Cleveland slightly ahead of New York because I don't know if Randall's going to come back. Based on health.
Injuries, though, you're right, the injuries.
Based on health. Just on health alone. You know, just on health alone. And in the West, I like Denver, man, but like if Cat comes back, man, this is me, and I'll go to the window on this. If Cat comes back, I like Minnesota.
Yeah,
I come out the West. I'm telling you, if Cat comes back and they get their full squad,
wow,
I can see that though. I can see that.
That's a nice projection there.
Even
man,
Denver said that was a tough run for them last year. That was a gentleman's sweep, I believe. But
I think they got 2 games though. I think they got 2 games.
Was it 2 games?
I think they got 2.
No more victories they lost, but Denver was like that was a tough team, and just the way they play him, the way Minnesota plays Jokic and makes him a scorer, which he does anyway, but limits his pass, and I just like that matchup. I gotta go Phoenix 3, man. Just I gotta go.
Yeah, I feel you though. I feel you though.
I gotta go Phoenix 3.
The whole KD thing. The whole KD thing. The whole KD.
I gotta go Phoenix 3. And real quick, and I never thought I would say this in a million years. Not because I don't love the dude. It's just because I didn't think I didn't really realize how much he meant to that squad. If Russell Westbrook comes back, I like Clippers. Once he left, it's been all downhill for them.
I agree.
Playing Bones Highland and Terrence Mann, who I got, local dude from Brooklyn, but grew up in Mass. Respect for him. Westbrook just holds people accountable, but I don't know if he's coming back. If he does come back, I like them 4. I'm doing this to you. But if he doesn't come back, I like New Orleans 4th.
Wow. I keep saying wow because I didn't expect.
Hold on.
I'm not. No.
Hey, Doe, what's up with that BI injury, though? I know he hurt his leg, though.
So he's 2 weeks.
Oh, all right.
He's 2 weeks. So he'll be back. It was a bone bruise. Was it a bone bruise, hyperextension? Either way, it was one of those injuries it looked, because I actually seen it. It looked like it was season ending, bro. They had to carry homeboy out the court. And if he's out, they're not going anywhere. I don't care if Zion loses 40 pounds. But yeah, he's only 2 weeks. He'll be back. But like I told you, and I agree with, I know Crook picked with the Clippers. I'm telling you, when Westbrook's there, it's just a different squad, bro. It's like he just puts all this energy and competitiveness. Not that Kawhi ain't a competitor. Not that, I don't think Harden's a competitor. But when Westbrook's there, he just uplifts as team, man. And they're scary with him. I'm telling you, they are. But if he's not coming back, I like New Orleans on 4, and I want to say them. I'm not hating on them. I actually love the way they play it. They literally know where they're gonna be. They know every spot. They know where to me, they're the best team as far as like the way they play the game, because they all know each other's spots. They know each other. They just play very well together. They ain't the most talented, but I just like how Minnesota, when they full boat, I think that's their kryptonite. And I think they could come out the West if Cat comes back. If not, I like Denver versus Celtics.
I just think I'm gonna concur with Doe. I just think if anybody could beat Denver, it would be Minnesota. I don't think the Clippers have enough. No, they don't have that Jokic factor to stop him. I think he would have a career series against the Clippers.
Yeah.
So with that being said, not to cut you Stacks, and with that being said, thank you guys for giving me y'all.
What's yours, Beans?
Hold on.
Okay. I thought you were about my bad. No, I'm the way you say like you about to go get some oxtail, nigga. Like,
no, hold on one second. And I haven't this team. Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, and I'm glad I have you guys. That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep me well-rounded on what's going on in sports and basketball. And basketball is one of my favorite sports. I grew up playing it, as you know.
Yes,
I love football, but I grew up playing basketball. But I'm thankful for you guys. I'd be so busy in life that I forget to look at certain things. But With that being said, I'm surprised to hear 2 out of maybe all 3 of y'all said this, but I can't remember. But to hear New Orleans, the Pelicans, who I thought was one of the trashiest teams to even consider, because I never thought Zion can come out of his situation as far as the talent that he has. I know the kid got talent. He's like a once in a lifetime type of talent type of player, but it was a weight thing, a weight control thing. And I always said, if this kid could get past that and not let the media and other things mess with his head when it has to deal with controlling the weight, you know, some of that had to do with, like, think of a Big Baby had an issue with that because he didn't know how to take criticism to say weight control, bro. You could be a better basketball player if you lose weight. He didn't want to listen to that. And I'm not saying they have nowhere near the same skill. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying as far as mentality. So to hear New Orleans is in the running, I'm glad to hear that. But my pick is I'm not even gonna go down no slate because all those teams y'all talk about, I haven't watched. I haven't watched the Clippers. I haven't watched the Suns. I haven't watched Minnesota to know what they got cooking. Right? I'm only watching the Celtics and who they play. And this is what I'm going through. And this is where I'm leaving it at. It's Celtics, Denver Celtics, however you want to call it. But my question with that whole series, can the Celtics withstand a 7-game series against that skilled of a team? They're a championship team. Can we get past 7? Can we beat them best of 7? Denver. That's the question, guys. Especially when they came in here the other day and embarrassed us as far as I'm concerned.
You want to hear what I have to say real quick about that?
So there you go. I gave it to y'all.
If we could adjust, I forget what game it was, but we still won the game. We only took like 15, 23 points. It's not about just a 3-point shot. If we could adjust, if our offense, which relies heavily on the 3, ain't hitting, and we could adjust and play that other style that I know we can, no ISO, no JB, Tatum, Rucker Park bullshit, and we'll just go to the strengths, whoever's the open man, and just cut. That's what Denver does. They cut. Exactly. Denver actually plays the offense Golden State plays without the 3 ball.
There you go.
That's what they do. If you watch them play,
thank you.
They do high pick and rolls. They do high pick and rolls from the 3-point. They cut from every. They do all. They usually that's at the top of the key. They do that from all over the court. Stats will tell you. All over the court.
Yep.
So if they could do that and just they play, we should get them in 6.
They just.
So what do you think about that, Stacks and Cook? Y'all chime in on what I just asked that question. I just said Denver Celtics, but can the Celtics take care of them in the best of 7?
That's a great question, man.
I mean, I don't have Denver getting past the Clippers. You know, I feel like the Clippers.
Wow, that's a good one. Hey, there you go. Somebody who gets
like the Clippers and Kawhi and could give them a problem.
Yeah, and Stoney, for that sake, I hope you're right.
I hope you're right.
I'd rather play
the Clippers. I'd rather the Celtics play the Clippers.
I'd rather too. You're right, Stacks. I'd rather, but they did us dirty.
Know why I say that? Because Denver has those big physical wings. I'm telling you right now, Celtics have problems with those wings that are big and physical. I'm telling you, Aaron Gordon is going to give JB and Tatum a problem, dog. I'm telling you right now, defensively. I'm not talking about offensively.
Yeah,
defensively.
People forget.
This is why I asked
questions. So the Celtics, they're gonna have to be efficient from the 3 because I think that's what's going to save them.
They're gonna win that. Only way.
And then you got Michael Porter.
They're gonna have to shoot. They're gonna have to shoot the ball very well. They shoot the ball very well. Then that Denver won't be as aggressive.
He's their best player against us. He's their best player against us all the time.
Yes, that's right. And I was going to mention it, and I didn't want to.
I think that game in Boston, it was Jokic all day.
It was Jokic all day, but Murray ignited that.
Go back and look at the film. It was Jokic all day.
I understand that, but Murray ignited it.
There were times in that game where JB locked Murray down in that fourth quarter.
But bro, listen,
there was no answer for Jokic, dog. There was no answer.
They won the non-Jokic minutes though.
Yeah, but what about when he's
which only happened?
But there was if you go back and look at that game in the fourth quarter, there was times where JB denied.
But bro, that 3-point man, listen, I don't know. I mean, it's apples and I mean.
That's why
I ain't saying you 100%. You ain't wrong. I'm just saying, Murray, man, when he
plays the ball well, Denver's gonna have to respect a little bit. If we shoot the ball well, you know.
If we shoot the ball well, ain't no one beating the Celtics. No one. I don't care.
I mean, we played very well
at that clip. There's no way.
Stoney, remember what Stacks just said? They got some guys in the wing, big, that can defend.
Not only they starting wings, but they wings that come off the bench. I'm telling you, man. Look at that team. That Watson kid.
That dude Watson, when he plays everybody else, he's average. When he plays us, he turns into Scottie Pippen. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I'd rather play the Clippers. I hope Stoney's right.
No, I wouldn't.
No, shout out to Stoney Cook. Stoney says Clippers. I'm with that. I want that because I don't want it for some reason. Just by me seeing that game the other day, and how many weeks ago it was, I looked at that game like this could be a problem because it seems like they had no answer for this team.
Yeah, but I wouldn't feed too much into the regular season because now
I know it's regular season.
When you talk about a series, you playing a team multiple times, so many adjustments.
Okay, all right, Tony.
Things are gonna change quickly.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but then when they turn it on, when Denver turns it on to the championship mantra during the playoffs, can the Celtics withstand that? Especially if
first of all, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be very interesting. You're saying the Clippers, but the rest of the panel here.
I think the Clippers have the ability to wear them down, and Kawhi, you got Kawhi on your team.
Tell me how.
Yeah.
Listen. You got Kawhi on your team for one, right? Kawhi, he's on a different level this year. He's ready. He's mentally ready. He's gonna lead these troops. I'm not saying that we got to answer. They got to answer for Jokic. I mean, Jokic is gonna do what Jokic do. But I feel like the Clippers are physical enough.
Who's that big man down low? Who's the Clippers big man? Who?
Zubac and Tice.
Right.
Right. What do you mean, right?
You got Paul George. No. But I mean, we could laugh all day, but it's like
no. I want to know because I'm asking. I don't know.
I told you Zubac and Tice.
The physicality. That's what I'm. That's what I'm.
He's gonna destroy them to Tice.
Daniel Tice. Tice that played here.
Yeah, Tice.
The physicality.
No, on some real shit though, you can't really. You want something crazy?
But I think the Clippers could bring the physicality. They could
take him out.
They could wear them. I feel like the Clippers could wear them down. They could wear them down. And it'll be a great.
I'm not laughing at Stoney. Do you think they're wearing them down based on what you call running the ball up and down the court? You think that fast break type stuff?
Not so much fast break, but making them work hard for every shot.
But that's the thing, Stoney. You just contradicted yourself because the reason why the Celtics they're probably the only team that match up because we have a guy to make Jokic play on the other end. The Clippers don't have nobody that Jokic has to play. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to take plays off.
I get it.
He's going to take plays off on Zubac. He's going to take plays off on Tice. That allows him to roam the lane. Now against the Celtics, he can't take plays off against Porzingis, like against or against Phoenix, like Doe said, he can't take plays off against Nurkic because he crashes the boards so hard. So it's a team for a team. That's why I don't think the Clippers can beat them, because they don't have a guy to make Jokic play D. That's the problem. To order to beat in Denver's losses. That's why Doe said. What's his name? Timberwolves. They have a guy to make him play D in town.
Three.
Yeah, three guys that makes him play defense. The Clippers. Let me tell you something. If he sees Tice, that's like putting a fucking plate of oxtails in front of a yard.
I don't think Tice is a factor. I think,
I don't think Zubac's a factor. I don't think Zubac's a factor. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but
you have to have a guy that intrigues him to play defense.
Okay, but Jokic is not the only guy that they need. You know, if they go in and say, "Yo, let Jokic be joking," okay. Hope they got Harden. Harden could do his
playoffs.
thing.
Trash. Don't bring his name
Paul
up.
George.
Trash.
They could make this team work. That's what I'm proud of.
Remember those
Stoney.
I understand about what this is what Stoney. Not to say I know what you're thinking, but this is what maybe what you're seeing. You're seeing a team full of superstar players.
No, not superstar players. A team full of potential great players that could make this Denver team work.
Everybody on that Clippers team, to me,
I'm proud in my pick over the Clippers over Denver on them, making them work.
One thing I do agree with Crook. The one thing I do agree with the center, and not even that I disagree with Crook, because no one's gonna stop Joker. It is what it is. But the one thing I could say that I do agree with, the Clippers wings are gonna give Denver's wings some issues, because the Clippers got those guys too, man. Because as much as I love JB and Tatum, Kawhi Leonard's a bull. He's a bulldog. So Aaron Gordon ain't gonna be able to do shit with him. And if Paul George, do what he needs to do, defensively, because right now Porter too. That's the thing with Denver. People, I love Joker. I do. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But people act like he played with the Iverson Sixers with Tyrone Hill and Eric Snow. Yo, Michael Porter Jr. is a serious ball player. Aaron Gordon is a serious ball player.
That's the X factor against
a very serious ball player.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Everybody that likes Paul George cannot play against physical guys. And Aaron Gordon is his kryptonite. I'm telling you right now. Aaron Gordon.
Would he be on? Would Aaron Gordon be on him the whole time on Kawhi? Who's gonna guard Kawhi then?
Paul George. Oh, you can put Paul. Who's gonna cover Kawhi? You can put. It depends on what position Kawhi plays. You can go with the other kid, the shooter.
Pope.
Yeah, you can go with Pope. Pope's a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, he's a defender. He could. Yeah, he's the best defender technically.
And then you gotta look when they go to the bench defensively. There's no letdown with Denver with that. I'm high on Watson. I'm just high on him. I just think he plays D. I think, and then they go to the bench and they bring in my man. What's my man name? Bobby Smurder.
Jackson.
Yeah, he plays well off the bench. They got Brian Moore. He look just like Bobby Smurder. hey, yo. I'm telling you, man, Denver is a well-balanced record.
Dude. I don't disagree. I just feel like
we wrap it up real quick, but
look, I don't disagree, but I feel like the Clippers could give them a run. I feel like the Clippers could give them a run. That's all I'm saying. The Clippers could give these guys a run.
They go give them a run like Northwestern gave Connecticut. Connecticut has opened up a 22-point lead on them.
Okay, so boom. Before we leave, we're about to end it in 2 minutes, guys. 1 or 2 minutes. Listen, before we leave, thanks for everything. That's why I'm glad I brought up that topic. See, it gets our brains and our juices flowing when we talk about potential, what these teams look like, what these powerhouse teams look like, what these leagues look like, what these divisions look like, and who we supposed to see in the championship. So that was a good conversation that we had about the Celtics. We all want the Celtics to get there, but can they beat these? What are the teams that they might face, and what these teams that they face, what do they have to bring to the table that can give the Celtics the fit? So I'm glad that we have these conversations. We will talk more in the future about this conversation, because the deeper it gets closer to the playoffs, and once we get into the playoffs, the deeper the conversation gets. So with that being said, I appreciate that. Doe, did you have anything on a best bet for this?
Yeah, I have
show?
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I gotta pull it back up.
Okay, no problem.
UConn went on the 18-3 run to close out the first half.
Yeah, I saw that. I bet that. I bet.
I have
I had what they call. I had a hedge on that.
Tony, my guy, man.
He don't play around, man.
I'm on it. Well, I took him minus 20.
Oh, I actually got 2.
So go ahead. Bet. So let Doe drop your parlay, drop your bets on your best bets.
CONCACAF Nations League, Mexico's playing USA. It's like in a half hour. So come on, get
Did
those.
Trinidad lose that? Did Trinidad lose that friendly yesterday?
I'm sorry, bro. I was at work.
I jumped off of it. Once you told me it was a friendly, I stopped watching.
No, actually, it wasn't a friendly. It's CONCACAF. It's Nations League, so it's not. My bad.
Oh, okay.
The Brazil-England game was a friendly. Brazil won nothing. But you know, a lot of people are sitting for both sides because of the playoff. You know, their version of the playoffs. So a lot of the stars didn't play.
Okay.
Because you know, Premier League starting up next week.
Next week, right? Exactly.
Champions League's come. You know what I mean?
Champions League is coming up.
But I got for tonight. I have Indiana Pacers are playing Lakers in LA. It's on NBA TV. I have Pascal Siakam with his 30+ alternate points, rebounds, and assists. Tyrese Halliburton 30+ alternate points, rebounds, and assists. LeBron James 40+ alternate points, rebounds, and assists. And I got the Lakers money line. It's plus 300.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that. And that is your best bets for the night, or do you have more?
Yeah, it's about to start, but I have a prop bet. I have 8.5 corners, over 8.5 corners, under 3.5 goals, and a second half goal over for the Mexico USA CONCACAF champions Nations League game. I'm sorry.
Nations League. Yep.
It's on in like 20 minutes, but for all my soccer, if any soccer people are watching.
Nice. Hey, thank you, Doe, for that.
Shout out to Doe with the soccer joint. Shout
out to Doe for the soccer joint.
Yo, it's about to heat, bro. I'm telling you, it's about to heat up. It's about to heat up.
Yeah, the Champions League is coming up soon. I seen them advertising that up. The Premier League, their championships are coming up soon, right, Doe?
Premier League is the final 8 of Champions League. You got Mbappe looking for his first. Before he goes to Madrid, he's going to Madrid for like $1 billion, something crazy. You know, they make all types of crazy money. Them dudes. I mean, I'm exaggerating. He ain't gonna get $1 billion, but he's gonna get.
No, them soccer dudes be making that money. No bull. They be making. They were saying somebody. They saying some.
Messi owns half of Apple TV. That documentary Patriots. He gets paid for that. No cap. He gets part of that. He owns that Apple streaming. You got to see all the games you watch him on. 90% of his games, you have to have Apple TV to watch him play.
Yo,
wow. That's why he came to MLS.
Shout out to Messi.
Shout out to
Messi.
Them dudes make big money, man.
The only thing is, I don't respect him for not going to Premier League. That's no bueno.
Messi, he's with that Miami squad.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah. Why he never ended up? He should have played in the Premier League.
He should have.
He would have made. That's what he would have.
They gave him a lot.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of money. Ownership. They gave him
the whole town in Miami.
Yeah, they gave him a nice package.
They said they gave him half of Biscayne Bay. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Bro, they kicked out. You know who they kicked out for Messi? Yo, you know who they kicked out for Messi? What's that dude's name?
Ronaldo?
Man. No, your boy.
Beckham owns the team. Who?
No, your boy.
Me?
No, Stoney's boy. Your boy's
A-Rod.
out of there.
A-Rod?
A-Rod's out. Messi in. Get your
Nah,
I'm
man,
telling you.
A-Rod
Yo,
been left
what
Miami.
happened with A-Rod and that? They cut him off. What happened? You trying to find out what happened?
A-Rod
So
out, Messi
no,
in.
look
Tell
what
the
happened. The
As far
other
as
investor they
Miami's
had,
concerned.
one of the investors backed out. So that chunk of money that investor was supposed to put down, they owe that still. So they got to find another investor to put they'll find it. They make them call. They call.
I just didn't know. I know they'll get it. I just didn't know what happened.
They called me,
them.
man. I was like, yo, I'm good, man. I can't,
call,
you know.
You know who they gonna call? They gonna call Magic Johnson. But
nah.
Nope.
Magic, he got his hands full. He
owns
got a
part of
full
the
plate
Lakers.
already. This dude just bought a football team. Magic ain't got, you know what I mean? He got to
Don't
chill.
own percentage of the Lakers too?
Nah,
he gave up the Lakers.
Oh,
He gave up that. He gave
up
that
the Lakers to get the Dodgers, and then
the Dodgers and the Commanders.
The Dodgers and Commanders, yeah.
Shorty
Shout
owns
out to
that.
Magic for
Shorty
getting
got
a cure for AIDS. Shout out Magic.
The Lakers.
Stony, this Grand Canyon U team feisty, huh?
I told y'all,
they
man.
feisty. Yeah, they
They
feisty.
still
man.
hanging? They still
They
hanging?
still hanging. They still hanging, man.
He said, "Shout out to Magic for getting."
Yo, y'all look crazy. Yeah,
Yo,
so,
are we giving our final four real quick or what?
Y'all want to give the final four real quick, or do y'all want to wait on
man,
that,
we gotta give it because it's gonna be, man. I'm telling you,
So
by the time we get back on, man, it's gonna be down to the Elite 8.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get
So
this
when's
shit
the
on.
Sweet 16? When's the Sweet 16? Next week, Friday?
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday,
And
Friday.
Elite 8, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. So go ahead, guys. Drop y'all.
I got my shit right here. Let me
Go ahead, drop it, because I'm not a big college guy, so I'll let y'all three do it.
I'm gonna drop it right now. I got Illinois coming out the East. I got North Carolina coming out the West. I got Duke coming out the South. Y'all ready for this one? Nigga, I got Gonzaga coming out the Midwest. That's my final four right there. Illinois, North Carolina, Duke, and Gonzaga.
Go ahead, Stacks.
I'm going UConn all day.
Yeah.
Out the East. Out the West, I'm going Carolina. Out the South, I gotta go Marquette. That's what I got. Out the Midwest, I'm gonna go with Big Zach Edey. I'm gonna go with the big Zach from Purdue.
So you got Purdue?
That's good.
Yeah.
And they clashing next week. That's like my game of the week next week. Purdue and Gonzaga.
With an asterisk next to Creighton. With an asterisk next to Creighton. I got an asterisk next to Creighton.
You gotta be careful. Creighton's
Creighton
one of
worries
them
me a little
teams,
bit.
man.
Yeah, they do it.
Yo, I know college basketball. Creighton is one of them teams that they always put a good program together. I don't know what it is about Creighton, but
I wouldn't be surprised Stoney. I wouldn't be surprised if Creighton was there. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, Creighton.
A lot of people was picking Creighton.
Always somewhere in that damn finals,
but they
somewhere always in that 16 and Elite 8, somewhere there. Yeah. They always there somewhere.
Well, they're gonna need tested next week. They're gonna be tested.
What do you got on your final?
I'm just gonna give you my original. I got 3 of my teams left, and then you could fill in a lot. I had Illinois, Arizona, I had Oregon, and Houston.
Okay, so you got
right
Houston
now
still
Oregon's
riding.
out. So whoever's in that Oregon slot, I don't know. I don't know who's in that. Who would be in there? Stacks. Who would be in that Oregon slot?
Who they lose to? The Creighton.
So I'll pick Creighton. So I got Illinois, Arizona, Creighton, and Houston.
Nice.
Not bad. That's nice. I
Not
like
bad.
that. I like Arizona.
I ain't gonna go for my championship yet.
Nice.
No, we could do that next week.
Yeah,
we'll do that next week. Final four. So, guys, this was a nice show. I appreciate everything. We did our thing. We brought the March Madness. We talked about the upsets. We talked about the tournament. We talked about the players.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing.
Go ahead, Stacks.
This week right here is going to determine whether the Patriots take a quarterback, because you got Drake May and Jaden Daniels got their pro days. So this right here is really going to determine that quarterback situation.
We're on the streets. They're going to take May anyway.
So basically, on Real Talk on Thursday night on Real Talk with Parlay with us, we're going to discuss what the pro day look like? Because that's a real talk. We could discuss that. It's
Shout out to y'all too. You see, I was showing y'all love. I had to get off though.
Of course, I know. Thanks for coming on and showing us love. I know Stacks was watching.
Oh, man,
Crook, I'm trying to get Oscar on one night. One of these nights.
He was watching basketball, so that's why I know he ain't hop on. But Stacks, hop on Thursday, just for a little 15 minutes.
I just couldn't do it this Thursday. I know
that. Don't worry. I know. I'm not.
The games are gonna be late Thursday. Remember, it's only 16 teams, so
I just want to
come on late.
I know by next week Thursday we should have some kind of inclination how the pro days went with both plays. So I like to
pro days real quick, fellas. When is it?
This week coming up, right?
I know, but when? I'm sorry. What day?
I don't know.
think it's Thursday again.
Okay.
It's Thursday again. So we should know by sometime Thursday afternoon how these pro days looked out, and maybe we'll have a quick discussion on that on Real Talk with Parlay with us. So
March 30th, 28th, and 29th, and then 30th and 31st.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So with that being said, man, I enjoyed today's show. Like I said, we covered March Madness. We covered the upsets. We covered the tournaments. We covered our best bets. We talked about the NBA, who we like to see in the finals between the Celtics, obviously, and then what's going on in the West. You guys covered some teams that I didn't even think that was coming out the West. Watch out for New Orleans. Watch out for Minnesota. Watch out for the Suns and the Thunder. So shout out to Boston all the time. You know, yo, what's wrong with y'all?
Hey, no, not fucking with no.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Hey, baseball season.
That Red Sox is gonna be one of my. I'm gonna come up with a segment called "If You Don't Clean Up Your Act." Part 1 and 2. I'm gonna be about the Red Sox, but we're gonna digress.
Listen, I'm gonna give.
And don't forget opening day is Thursday too.
Opening day, Red Sox, Boston Red Sox is Thursday. Check that out, guys.
I got some Red Sox. I got some Red Sox shit for you too, Stacks.
Those are baseball guys.
I got it all, man.
We'll include a baseball segment.
I got it all,
forward. And Stoney is from the Dominican Republic, so he know baseball too. So we will be including some baseball. We can't forget MLB. And no matter if our team is, we're gonna give y'all some MLB news too. So it's like y'all Doe said, watch out for Red Sox opening day this Thursday. We will be on Real Talk Parlay with us Thursday night at 7:30. And we'll see y'all guys next Sunday, 7:30 for Parlay with us live. We'll talk to you guys later. See y'all. Out.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog breakthrough.